leaves are turning brown. Red and yellow, soon they'll be falling down. Now, I'm not ready, not just yet.
September arrived in Somerset with chill in the morning air. My pumpkins are maturing, coffee shops are serving seasonal drinks, and autumn decorations are beginning to adorn our cozy homes. As the leaves start to turn golden and crisp, the best time of the year has begun. The last 4 months from September to December will be full of coziness, tranquility, and the beauty of changing English countryside. I feel incredibly lucky to be able to share slow living during these months with you through my videos and writings in the coming months. Welcome everyone in September. The cozy season is here. Of course, it is just a beginning. I think this is one of the reasons why I love September so much. The beginning of September is still very summery. By the end of September, we will be officially in autumn, and the autumn vibes will be undeniable. We have loads to do in today's video. Right now I am in the kitchen. I kind of cleaned and prepared things because I am going to cook meal, but I need to wait for Andre to come back from town as he went to drop off parcels, and then he will do food shopping. I have some lovely cozy loungewear to try on, and of course decorating for autumn. We have not brought the decor yet. I had no heart to keep nagging Andre to take me to storage unit because he's been so busy in the recent days. You can always see it every year, the wave of orders coming as we're nearing September, and I really had no heart to push this man to take me to storage to bring autumn decor, but it is time. Of course he doesn't mind, it's just he's really busy and not necessarily thinking about pumpkins and autumn garlands, which is understandable. As a candle brand, September to December are our busiest months of the year. We've been dispatching a lot of orders in the recent days. We've also had some larger orders, like 36 pumpkin spice candles for one customer. We've also released 2 new scents for autumn 2024. I've been working on them since spring, and it is such a sweet feeling to see them flying off the shelves. Thank you so much to everyone who has already ordered them. I am going to take the advantage that it is exceptionally quiet in the house at the moment. Actually, it's almost suspicious. Rosie, are you alright?
Yeah.
Okay. So Rosa's upstairs and Andre is in town, so I have living room for myself. So I am quickly going to show you my new finds from H&M. I must admit that I am really lacking in the loungewear department. At home, when I'm just relaxing on the sofa, not filming, not working, I would wear just black stretchy leggings and some old oversized jumper. I told myself not this year. This autumn, I am actually going to look cute. So I have few items here, and as always, I would love to know what you think about them. The first item is this long sleeve chocolate top, which honestly is lovely. It was pretty cheap, 10 or 12 pounds, but honestly it feels lovely, it feels cozy. I would not have a problem with going outside wearing it. And I actually got matching trousers. I said matching, but I mean the color, because the material is slightly different. What I love about these trousers is that they are flared. I don't know if you can tell, if you can see. Let me show you a little bit better. Is that better? I have another pair like this in different color. Let's see if they are a little bit higher on the waist. I don't know, let me know which pair would you keep. The last thing in my order is this pyjama. To be honest, I feel a little bit shy showing myself wearing pyjama on the camera. Not sure why I feel this way, because this pyjama is definitely very demure. Nothing showy or flashy. It's super comfortable, the material feels nice, and the elastic band feels very stretchy, so it's overall a yes. I love the color as well. It is like a dusty, dirty pink. This is everything I wanted to show you. Like always, I will link everything in the video description, and please do let me know which items you would keep. Actually, I forgot, I also ordered hairbands for Rosa for Halloween. Rosie, yeah? Do you have those hairbands, those Halloween hairbands I got you? Could you show them to me? Oh, thank you. I kind of accidentally found them. It's a 4-pack for like only £2, and Rosa loves them. And I thought they would be perfect for her long hair. She loves all sorts of decoration for her ponytails, bows and flowers and fluffy glittery decorations you can buy for her. Rosa will be over the moon. Yeah, and she loved those ones as well. Andrei came back from town and brought all the ingredients. I'm cooking a very simple one-pot meal that literally takes less than half an hour to prepare. I'm cooking gnocchi with chorizo. It's perfect for today to celebrate the beginning of September, as it's made with pumpkin puree, which in my mind automatically makes it a comforting autumn dish. I'll link the recipe in the video description.
This one?
Yes, yes, please.
This one with the pumpkin?
Yes,
Are
please.
you sure? Yes.
This one, I think, is there any more?
I'll take this one as well, yeah?
Yes, please. My Hello Pumpkin mug. I forgot I had it. And now, my friends, it's time to decorate for autumn 2024. I have gathered a lot of decorations over the years. I swear I'm going to declutter these boxes after Halloween in November. But for now, I'm just going to pick the pieces I like the most to decorate my home. I know many of you read my blog, so I just want to let you know that my monthly slow living to-do list for September is live. I hope it will inspire you to slow down and appreciate the small everyday joys September brings. In the coming weeks, you're going to see a lot of must-dos and must-haves list for autumn, but please don't let them stress you out and make you feel like you're failing or missing out. The best things about autumn are free. You can enjoy them by staying home or going for nature walk. I talk more about this on the blog, so I'm not gonna repeat myself here, but I will leave the link in the video description. On this cold September morning, just perfect. I thought it would be really nice to spend the day together. I have quite busy but very cozy day planned today. I have few things to do in town, run some errands. I need to pop into post office. I need to visit garden center, do food shopping, and then back home I need to clean really well my home and cook meal in the evening as it's my turn today. The reason why I'm trying to get all these things done today is because tomorrow my mom is arriving. She's only going to stay with us for 4 days, but of course I want to prepare the house, clean, vacuum, dust. I am actually picking her and Jacob up from the airport tonight at like 1:30 a.m. in the morning. So I just don't know how the next 4 days will go. I don't know if I will have any chance to film. On top of that, also Andre is really busy today. He's having deliveries, wax, jars, wigs, all sorts of deliveries. I think packing paper arrives today as well. So he's not gonna be around, and Rosie is not gonna be around either because we dropped her off at school. She has started year 1 and oh my god, I am so excited for her. She was so happy this morning.
Day 1 of year 1.
Yeah, you are a big girl now. You're officially in school.
Get that proper education.
She really missed school during her summer holidays, and I know she's thriving in like busy social environments, so I am so happy for her to be back in school because she loves it. And this way I have day for myself, which is quite unusual because viewers of my channel know that I always do everything with my Andre. We are like that. He's my best friend on top of being my husband as well. But today the business is calling him. He needs to do his own things and I need to get things ready as well. So I welcome you to join me today. Let's have some lovely cozy time together. What I've been wearing this morning. I absolutely love this set. White leg trousers and a white shirt. I think it looks lovely together. I am obsessed with this shirt at the moment. It's only a few days old and I've been wearing it every single day. It's so comfortable and I think it just looks really flattering, but I think I am a little bit overdressed for what I am going to do in town. Visiting post office and garden center. I think I am going to keep the shirt on because it is nice and warm for such a cool day like today, but I am going to switch the trousers to jeans. These are the mango jeans I showed you like a week or 2 weeks ago in one of the videos, and as you see they still have a belt on because I've been wearing them so much. Yeah, I think that would be better choice for running errands in town. the baskets turn out. I think they look lovely. So hopefully the ivy will do well in them. I do sometimes joke that these baskets are cursed because nothing really do well in them. I got them from my mom. She kept them in her garden. My mom's not big into gardening. Well, she got better now when she lives in Greece, but before, when she was still working full-time, she was not really into gardening. So I was not judging the fact whatever was growing in these baskets were always dying, because I was kind of not blaming, but like thinking it's mom, she's just not watering, not putting enough care into it. But once I took the baskets in, I can see that perhaps it's the shape. I don't know what it is, but things do not seem to be doing well in it. I tried growing mini roses in them. I tried growing tulips, and the plants are just not very happy. So I am giving them the last chance. I planted the English ivy, which is really the least problematic plant you can get. I placed it in the nice shady areas in the house, so hopefully they will do well, because they do look lovely. I love their aged look and I think they're very cute. So finger crossed. Our family finished the day with a walk in the forest, where signs of the changing seasons were visible at every step. The smell of the forest in September brought back some childhood memories. I've written about it in my most recent blog post, which is now live on the website. You can find the link in the video description. It's September without telling me it's September. Brand new slippers always mean the beginning of the cozy season. I buy a new pair every September. I threw away my old slippers a few weeks ago and I've been really missing them, and these are so cute and cozy. Let me try them on. I've had the most exciting delivery, a business delivery, not personal delivery. And the boxes are now in the living room. Normally any bigger deliveries are going straight away to the storage, but I wanted to have these particular boxes delivered to home so I can have a really good look. I am so looking forward to see what's inside, so let's do it together. I know many of you are probably aware that my husband and I own a candle shop, and I've been thinking for the longest time about adding home decor section to our website. All sorts of candle accessories, candle snuffers and matches and candle trays. It just makes sense, and honestly this delivery is dream coming true to me because I am very passionate about home decor. I have no clue if at the time of publishing the video you are watching at the moment, if this already will be on the website or no, because I will need the time to photograph it and write the product descriptions, so I am not sure. If it's live and you want to have a look, just check the video description. I will put the link in there. Let me have a look at this. I think this is a candle snuffer. Oh, look at this. Oh, I love it. I love this. The quality is amazing. It's brass and it's actually quite heavy. Sorry, Andre is banging in the garden. Oh, I am so pleased with those pieces. The goal is to source more cushions for the shop because I personally am obsessed with cushions. I love cushions, and I truly believe that candles and cushions are like the basics of a cozy country lifestyle. Oh, and have I mentioned that the whole theme of our new home decor collection on the website will be English country living. So I am only picking rustic, handmade, forged items that just belong in a cottage. You probably find... It's okay, you can comment. I can guarantee you won't find many modern, minimalistic, futuristic items in our shop, which is fine. You're entitled to any style you want, but this is my business and this is my vision. This is what I want, and got this delivery makes me so happy. am actually not sure how the schedule for YouTube will look like in the coming weeks and months. If you ever notice that I haven't posted in a week or so, it's never that I lost motivation or anything like that. It is usually to do with how busy our physical business is. Obviously, packing orders is the most important thing in our daily schedule. When the volume gets high, obviously Andre needs all hands on deck, and unfortunately that's when I am kind of need to shift my attention from content creation and promoting our candles to actually dispatching our candles and getting them to customers. I just thought I will give you this little update in case you won't see me posting as often as I have been recently throughout October and November, because we can already see, you know, the volume of sales raising. So I just don't know what to expect. I don't know how much time I will have. I surely will be back to my regular schedule, posting once or twice a week at the end of December, and then the whole spring and summer. So yeah, just keep an eye on the channel, and whenever you see my video, I always appreciate your comments and likes. It just means so much. Probably the most sure place to see my regular updates will be the blog on the website and Instagram. So you are welcome to follow me on Instagram and visit my blog whenever you feel like you want to read something cozy, but also just to see if I have added anything new. Oh, my noodles are boiling. I need to drain them. I always loved autumn. There's something about the crisp air, the rainy days, the fallen leaves, and the way everything seems to slow down in this season that speaks to me deeply. For 8 years, I've been practicing slow living, even though I didn't always know it had a name. Observing autumn in the English countryside with its quiet transformation has taught me so much about life, letting go, and embracing change. In this season, I find inspiration and comfort, and I want to share with you the beautiful lessons it offers. One of the first things autumn teaches us is to embrace change. I think fearing change is deep in our human nature. We all long for feelings of safety and stability. Especially when things are good, we want them to stay the same for as long as possible. But life is ever evolving, and autumn, with its falling leaves and transforming landscapes, remind us that change is a necessary part of life. It prevents stagnation, helping us learn, grow, and keep moving forward. Autumn is naturally a time for closing spring and summer affairs and preparing for winter. After the freshness of spring and the fullness of summer, autumn arrives as a gentle reminder to slow down, take a deep breath, and allow yourself to rest. As nature slows its pace and prepares for winter stillness, we are reminded that we, humans, are part of the natural world too. Nothing in it blooms all year round. Autumn teaches us the importance of rest for both our bodies and mind. The end of September is when you can really start to feel autumn in the English countryside. The mornings are cold. It's not just a subtle chill in the air anymore, but often heavy mist and cold that make you put on a warm shirt or even a woolly sweater. Brambles are abundant with fruit, and apples soon will be ready to harvest in orchards all around the country. This leads me to our next lesson from autumn: harvesting the fruits of our own labor. Autumn is the perfect time to look back at spring and summer and reflect how far we've come and celebrate our work and its results. Speaking of my work, there are plenty of new posts waiting for you on the blog if you fancy something cozy but inspiring to read about slow living and the English countryside. I will also turn this video into a blog post so you can always easily revisit these points whenever you need some inspiration in the future. My husband and I recently visited Delsford Farm Shop. We had a lovely date night celebrating the beginning of the cozy season and the busy season in our business. We spent some time browsing the farm shop and then enjoyed a delicious meal in their green Michelin star restaurant. I hope the last quarter of this year will be good for you too. One of the most important lessons autumn teaches us is to let go of things that don't serve us. This might include physical items and clutter, bad habits, and unfortunately people. Though it might sound harsh, we sometimes need to let go to restore our own peace. Mental peace is honestly the most precious thing. No money can buy it. If something continuously stands in the way of your inner calm, it needs to go. And you don't need to explain yourself. Just like autumn trees let go of leaves every year, after a period of rest, they restore themselves and grow. We humans also need to curate our environments and remove things that don't serve our well-being. I hope this video helps you see the lessons autumn shares with us every year. Autumn has now settled in the English countryside. Although for many of us life speeds up in the last quarter of the year, The shorter days and cooler weather encourage us to slow our pace and enjoy this beautiful season of change. Our small business keeps me busy, but I make an effort every day to pay attention to autumn, appreciate the little joys it brings, and when possible, document them for this channel. Today, Somerset woke up to a strong rain and mist covering the Quantock Hills, the perfect setting to cozy up at home and do some work. I've had a new delivery of home decor items that I need to photograph for the shop. The children are in school, Andre is in the studio, so it's just me in the quiet home with the rain pattering on the window. I feel safe and calm, and I am simply grateful for this little life my husband and I are building for ourselves and our children. Autumn in England is not only doom and gloom. The last whispers of summer still linger, especially on sunny afternoons in the countryside. The cold wind and longer shadows leave no doubt that autumn is here, but the sunshine invites us to go out and enjoy the tranquil beauty of the English countryside. We've had a lovely meal in a cozy Cotswolds pub, and back home, inspired by our trip to the Lackington Church where Pride and Prejudice was filmed, I put on the mini-series and enjoyed a quiet afternoon with Mr. Darcy and Miss Elizabeth Bennet. Autumn is time for warming and comforting meals. I've been reaching out for root vegetables and squashes more often. Sweet potatoes, beetroots, butternut squash, and of course pumpkins. These are some of my favorite veggies for this time of the year, when our meals need to be not only nourishing but also comforting. I have super hot hot cheeks at the moment, and I don't really know why, because we officially entered the time of the year when I am always cold. I am back to using my hot water bottle every single day, and the weather's been all around the place. We've had lovely sunny mornings and then the afternoons when it was absolutely pouring, and the opposite as well, when the mornings were extra wet but the afternoon was lovely and sunny. The only sure thing is that it's going to be cold, at least for me. I am one of these people that are always cold. Anyway, I am currently making a very simple meal. We had lots of leftover veggies in our fridge. We've had courgette, sweet potato, and butternut squash, and of course some potatoes. So I am just chopping it all up and I'm just going to roast it, and I'm going to serve it with garlic and honey chicken breast. This is going to make a lovely, comforting, warming meal for autumn, and my husband surely will enjoy it. There is no better place to admire autumn than in the forest. It's time to put on boots or wellies, layer up and tune in with nature at its source. The forest has changed so much in the recent weeks. Ferns are turning rusty and leaves are covering the ground. The smell is just incredible. And if there is one thing you should really do this autumn, is to take a walk in the forest. With October only days away, we have arrived in the cozy season. I love putting on an autumn forest ambience video, brew a cup of tea, and spend some quiet time whenever I can. Life gets busy in the last quarter as the Christmas rush begins early, so it's even more important to create those quiet moments for yourself whenever possible. I wish you a beautiful October. on, the cozy October is here. It's time to pick my mini pumpkins and bake the first cinnamon rolls of the season. I am mindfully embracing this time of the year by practicing slow living, following nature's rhythm, and taking my time to appreciate the beauty of autumn in the English countryside. I am going to give my pumpkins a good wash. I know some people use bleach to preserve pumpkins for longer, but I want to roast these, so I'm not going to use any chemicals. It's time for breakfast. I'm going to keep it light today and make a blueberry cinnamon smoothie. I've been craving all things cinnamon recently. I'm using 1 banana, half cup of blueberries, frozen would be even better, a tablespoon of oats, a pinch of cinnamon, and some milk. Then I'm blending it until it's smooth. I love how this smoothie is both delicious and looks pretty. The purple color makes it perfect for the spooky season. I'm going to sit at the table and write down my to-do list for today. I always focus on top 3 tasks that are important for the business and home. Once completed, if I have time and energy left, I move on to the next tasks on my list. Making the most of autumn means going out for a walk as often as possible. I'm glad my husband is an early riser, and thanks to him we went for a charming morning walk in the Dorset countryside. The air was still cool and crisp after the night, and our only companions were chickens. The village of Evershot is known for its ties to the famous Thomas Hardy. We've had a delicious meal at the Acorn Inn, which was featured in several of his books as the Sow and Acorn. October is the spooky month of the year thanks to the celebration of Halloween. Our shop, Wire Studio, is known for its extensive range of autumn and pumpkin candles. I felt like we were missing something for Halloween, so I've been working on this new addition to our shop since spring and decided to name it All Hallows Eve. The lunch went amazing, and it makes my heart sing to see your orders that include this candle. Now the All Hallows Eve candle is lit, it's time to make my first cinnamon rolls of the year. I'm making a double batch because between my husband and older son, any cakes or bakes are gone almost instantly. I've been using the same cinnamon roll recipe for a few years now, and I swear they always turn out amazing. In the past, I also used jams, lemon peel and fresh fruits instead of cinnamon, and it still turned out great. The forest is changing so much. The beech and oak trees of the Quantock Hills are losing their leaves and the ground is covered in colorful foliage. What a beautiful time to be alive. If there is one thing you should really do this year to celebrate autumn, go to the forest. It's truly one of the best things we can do for our well-being. The cinnamon rolls are in the oven and I'm going to clean the kitchen. Kitchen gets messy very quickly, so I prefer to clean it as I go and not let it build up. My rolls are ready, they smell delicious. I'm going to curl up on the sofa for the rest of the evening and write for my blog. October, as expected, brought us rain and cold, and its moody days like today make me appreciate my imperfect but warm and cozy home. There's nothing quite like the warmth of a home we've created ourselves to shelter us from the chaos and busyness of the outside world. pouring boiling water over 1.5 cups of dried dates, and I'm going to leave them to soften. It's a very rainy day here in Somerset, a perfect day for slow and cozy homemaking, while contemplating the blessing of having a place to call home and share with people you love. I'm ironing the tablecloth and prepare the table for the weekend. Weekend days are the only time when all 4 of us eat dinner together. During the week, the children usually eat right after they come back from school, while Andre and I eat after we finish work, usually around 5 or sometimes even 6. I love our meals on the weekend and I want the table to look nice. Even though the white tablecloth won't stay clean, it doesn't matter. We're blessed to have washing machines that do the job for us anyway. Back to the kitchen, we have big container of dried dates, so I decided to make a healthy caramel. As someone who definitely enjoys real caramel, I'm not gonna tell you it tastes exactly like the real thing, but I actually really like the taste of this date spread. I love adding it to my morning porridge or having it with toast and butter. It's delicious, full of fiber, satisfies my sweet tooth, and it's quick and easy to make. Simply blend together 1.5 cups of softened dates with about 1 cup, maybe slightly less, of milk, a tablespoon of vanilla extract and a pinch of salt. Blend it until smooth and store in the fridge. The past few days were rainy, but you know that won't stop me from going out. Not now in autumn, when Mother Nature is showing us her most beautiful face. We hid from the rain in a cozy little cafe, and thankfully it stopped raining just in time for our walk at Barrington Court. Does anyone else get nostalgic about the passage of time in autumn? As a small business owners, my husband and I talk and plan for autumn and Christmas practically all year. Each year when the season arrives, I feel almost a little sad. Here it is, another autumn of my life nearly gone. How many more are there ahead of me? I don't mean to make you feel sad, but rather to highlight how precious the time we have on this earth is. Since life is uncertain and we don't know our future, it's best to appreciate and cherish the little things here and now, instead of constantly waiting and hoping for the big things while our life passes us by. I started this channel to document and share simple everyday moments because after a period of darkness in my own life, seeing beauty and magic in the most ordinary things became easy. I hope through this channel I can connect with like-minded people and maybe even inspire some to look at their own life from a different perspective, to see how wonderful and precious every passing moment is. Tonight I'm cooking curry and homemade naan bread. I'll start with the naan bread dough, which is literally 2 ingredients, 3 if you count salt. I'll link the recipe below. It's easy and delicious, and you'll never buy ready-made naan again. I had planned to make pumpkin curry, but my Sainsbury's was sold out of pumpkin puree, so I'll make a regular curry with tomatoes. Keep in mind that you can use half can of pumpkin puree to make it more of a seasonal dish, perfect for October. Lastly, a fresh salad, another simple recipe. Just cut and mix gem lettuce, tomatoes, cucumber and fresh coriander and season with salt, pepper and lemon juice. Embracing a simple, peaceful life means understanding how precious each moment is. It's about creating space in our busy days for the things that truly matter in life, like love and connection with others, with ourselves, and with nature. Peace isn't something you can buy or find, you have to create it within yourself, and the only guideline is your heart and what feels good and right for your life. Cherishing the good, solid life I have feels like the right thing for me, and this is the choice I'm making. As the October slowly slips away, English countryside turns most beautiful shades of red, orange and yellow. We still have a good month of glorious autumn days before it starts feeling wintry, so I'm going out as often as possible to enjoy the beauty of the season. Before I dive into the vlog, I just want to apologize for my voice. I have a very sore throat, but please don't worry about me. I'm recording this voiceover from my sofa, wrapped in a blanket with a hot water bottle and candles cheerfully burning. I am as cozy as I can be, and I'm sure I will be back to my normal self soon. I love weekends in our home because both children are home, no school. I usually make a cake for the weekend, and every Sunday we have a roast that everyone loves. These family weekends are simple and relaxed, yet they fill my heart with happiness. Today I'm making my first ever banoffee. I've never made it before. The recipe looks simple, and since it's composed of biscuits, caramel, whipped cream and some bananas, I'm sure both kids will love it. I'll share the recipe in the video description. A layer of caramel, then bananas, followed by a thick layer of whipped cream. Honestly, it sounds like heaven to me. This cake will be gone by Sunday evening. Is it just me, or is this autumn flying by? We had lunch at this pub on the edge of the Cotswolds in mid-September, and the horse chestnut tree was only just beginning to change colors. Now in mid-October, most of the leaves have fallen. The trees in Somerset are changing too. Just look at those colors, more leaves fall each day, and many trees will be bare by the end of the next month. If you haven't yet, it's high time for a walk in the forest to admire autumn colors. I recently got into making my own Yorkshire puddings for our Sunday roast. I can't believe how easy they are to make, and they taste so much better than store-bought ones. I'm making double batch and freezing half for the next week. Lovely Jen commented on my blog on the website and advised me to put the batter in the fridge for an hour before pouring it into very hot fat, so I'm definitely going to try this next time. My Yorkshire puddings still have room for improvement, but trust me, even if imperfect, homemade ones are simply delicious. Making the most of this glorious weather, we stopped by Lasborough to see how autumn is progressing here. Goodness me, this place is a picture of Cotswolds tranquility. Just a gorgeous little settlement with history and beautiful views away from the main roads. We also stopped by a lovely new coffee shop in the Cotswolds that has been converted from a barn. Great coffee and very friendly staff. You should definitely visit if you're local. And back home, my Yorkshire puddings are ready. Time to fill the plate, set the table, and enjoy our Sunday roast meal. The dishes are washed, the kitchen is clean, and Rosie is in bed. It's getting darker much earlier now, so it's time to unwind for the rest of the evening. The last moments of October made me feel very nostalgic. Although I'm looking forward to November, December and the festivities, I don't really want this month to end just yet. I feel like we really nailed October in our small business. It's our 6th year running our shop, and we seem to have figured out the most efficient way to fulfill orders and manage deliveries, so I didn't feel worried or stressed at all this year. It's thanks to my husband Andre, who manages the physical part of the business, allowing me more time for filming videos, writing my blog and tending to our home. As you can see, I've bought not one but 2 new lamps. It's not an impulse purchase. I've been planning to get a couple of lamps for a few months now. The long dark evenings and the end of British summertime finally pushed me to do it. The previous lamp is going in the kitchen, you'll see it in a moment. For this corner, I wanted something bigger and cozier with natural base. I also wanted to get a lamp for the corner behind the sofa, as honestly it feels too dark for reading in there. We've been in this house for 7 years, but it's only this year that I started noticing it. My mom told me that's just how it is when you get older. Thank you very much, Mom. But seriously, this lamp is much needed, as it's my favorite corner where I spend a lot of time reading, writing and just relaxing. Andrei is double checking the scents with me before he sends out a big corporate order later this afternoon. And here's how I styled the lamp in the kitchen. I think lamps add tons of coziness to any space, especially during the darker parts of the year. I want to show you one more item I bought for the home. I got it last week in the Cotswolds. It will be perfect for a rosemary plant in spring, but for now I'll keep it empty as I'll probably put a little Christmas tree in it for holidays. I'm going to make a little treat for lunch. Rosa is in school, but our older son Jacob has already started the half-term break. He's home and he loves all sorts of cakes, pancakes, anything sweet really, so I'm going to make us my childhood treat. Polish apple pancakes, which we call racuchy. The recipe is very easy, I will share it in the video description. You don't need any special ingredients, you can find everything on the shelf in your local shop wherever you are in the world. Let me know if you try these pancakes. One of my favorite things about them is that they don't need much oil or sugar. I wouldn't call them exactly healthy, but they are not overly indulgent either, just delicious and perfect for apple season. If you have a non-stick pan, all you need is few sprays of oil and the pancakes won't stick. They also don't take long to cook through. Traditional Polish apple pancakes are served with powdered sugar as they are not very sweet on their own. I also add a handful of blueberries since we eat them every day at home as they have loads of health benefits. We recently visited Castle Combe on a chilly but very sunny day. We were driving by again on a rainy day and I just had to ask Andre to make a little detour to see the village in the October mist and rain. I'm glad I did, it looked like something from a movie. The treetops surrounding the village were covered in mist and the rain only added the charm to those cottages. They must feel like the coziest place to be on a cold, rainy October day. Driving home through those narrow country roads with hedges and trees changing color for autumn felt magical. I'll never have enough of it. You might visit Big Ben and Buckingham Palace, but you don't know the real England until you visit countryside. There is so much beauty hidden in the non-touristic areas, it's just incredible. A lifetime is not enough to explore it. It's getting late and dark outside and I'm about to start cooking our evening meal. But first, tea. I have some leftover butternut squash, so I'm going to chop it and roast it as a side for our dinner. I will mix the butternut squash with a tablespoon of oil and some fresh rosemary before baking it in the oven until tender. With the butternut squash roasting and rice cooking, it's time to make the main part of the meal: chicken in honey and garlic sauce. I honestly love this time of the day so much. The food is cooking, Andre is about to finish his work. The children have already eaten and now they are upstairs doing their own thing. I always look forward to our quiet evenings together. People think that because my husband and I run business together, we also work together. But in reality, we each do our own thing. I often don't get to see Andre much during the day, and even though we've been together for years, I miss him and I look forward to him being home with me. Andre is home and he's plating the food while I set up the table. It's a simple thing, but it makes the meal more enjoyable. I think it's these little gestures and extra care that make a house a home. Lastly, I wanted to show you a pumpkin Rosa and I carved for her school event. I think it turned out super cute. Happy Halloween, everyone! Here in the English countryside, Somerset to be specific, we are entering the peak of autumn colors. I am putting my wellies on as the country paths are wet and muddy, and I'm taking you for a walk to the foot of the Quantock Hills. The ground is thick with fallen leaves and there is this nostalgic feeling in the air of things ending. The colors are just spectacular, truly reflecting the beauty of autumn in this part of the world. I feel so incredibly lucky to live in a country with 4 seasons, as each of them holds its own magic. To believe that in only a few weeks I will be sharing videos from this very place, but the trees will be bare and the forest will be quiet for winter. Although some might find it depressing, the cold, the darkness, the stillness, I find natural cycle incredibly reassuring. We know that after night comes day, and even after the toughest of winter, spring will always come back. Right now, nature reminds us that rest is important, and in fact, it's part of the cycle. Without winter, there will be no summer, and we humans also need to remember that we are part of nature, and it's important for us to rest too. Reminding you about the importance of rest because this is something heavily on my mind. The last 4 months of the year are the busiest time for our small business. We did really well in October. My husband's organization and planning ahead helped us to manage orders. But as we progress into November and December, it will only get busier. Today was a long day, it's late and I'm starving, so I'm going to make a very quick meal that can be cooked in half an hour. I am cooking a loose interpretation of dan dan noodles. I will share the recipe in the video description. The noodle sauce is pretty simple: light soy sauce, garlic, peanut butter and a little bit of sugar. I didn't have chili oil, so I used 2 tablespoons of hot sauce instead. I also added a tablespoon of dark soy sauce at the end because I didn't like the color of the noodles. It was a bit too light for my liking, but that's optional, of course. For the meat, I used turkey minced, spiced with soy sauce, Chinese wine and teriyaki sauce, and I added stir-fried peppers at the end. Unfortunately, I didn't realize my battery was almost empty and my camera died before I finished filming. But here you can see how the meal looked, and I promise you it was simple but delicious. I started the next day with a morning run in the fog. I went back to running outdoors about 3 months ago, and it really given me a new wave of excitement. It's hard to believe I'm saying this, but I actually enjoy running. I don't know if I will ever come to love it, but I know my day gets automatically better after a run. That run was needed today, as I'm going to make a very indulgent treat. I'm making a Kinder and Nutella tart. Officially, it's for the kids' Halloween party, but deep down, I'm probably the one who's most excited about it. I made a similar tart about 2 years ago for Easter, and it was a hit, so I'm pretty sure this one will turn out great too. The filling is ready. I'm going to put the tart in the fridge for about 2 hours. I have some chocolate filling left, which I will store in a jar. It will be a lovely topping for a porridge over the weekend. My next job this morning is sorting out the artwork. I bought these gold frames months ago and never did anything with them until now. I ordered William Morris prints that will beautifully complement my living room. William Morris was an English textile designer among many other talents and roles. I hope to read his biography and perhaps visit his gallery at some point to learn more about him. But for now, I'll enjoy these new prints in my home. A few days ago, we decided to drive to the Cotswolds to see Great Chalfield Manor in autumn. But first stop, coffee. I let Andre choose our lunch and my goodness, these brioche buns were absolutely delicious. They were as tasty as they looked and definitely worth having a little naughty treat. After all, it was Halloween week, so why not? Great Chalfield is 15th century manor located on the southern edge of Cotswolds. It's a medieval stately home that has preserved the characteristic Cotswolds architecture with its beautiful honey-colored stone walls and slated roofs. I wanted to visit Great Chalfield Manor in the peak of summer to see their beautiful climbing roses, but unfortunately we didn't manage this year. I was very happy to see that not all of the roses were gone. There were still some roses in bloom on the bushes. I find autumn roses such a treat. When everything around is dying for winter, they are like the last beautiful smile from Mother Nature, reminding us that it's not that long until the next spring. Going back to my home and my Halloween party tart, it's time to decorate it. Yes, there is more chocolate. Believe it or not, this recipe calls for an additional layer of Nutella, but I skip that. I feel like it's indulgent enough. Some little cute hands came to help me. It's probably the Kinder eggs that drew Rosa in.
Let's have some. You get it on the cake, don't eat too much chocolate, okay?
The tart is going back to the fridge until the evening, and I'm going to have a tea and some well-deserved quiet time. Thank you so much for watching.